Hey everybody, how are y'all doing this afternoon? It is afternoon here. So I'm doing something a little different today. I am doing an appetizer. So we have a little church staff meeting tonight at church, and it's, usually finger foods and desserts. So I made hummingbird cupcakes last night to take. And now I am going to, I've got these mushrooms that I've had that really need to get used. So I also had some Brie cheese, so I decided to do some Brie and crab stuffed mushrooms to take. So we'll be using mushrooms, of course. We'll be using a round of Brie, a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, some lemon zest and a little bit of the juice, some onion, a couple cloves of garlic, some panko breadcrumbs. I have 2 cans of crab meat, some olive oil, some butter, and some parsley. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over and wash my mushrooms. Once I do that and get them back over here, I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've done a little bit of prep. First thing I wanted to show y'all is anytime you have scraps like the ends of onions, the stalks of celery, the ends of carrots, some, leftover little bitty pieces of garlic that are too really little to chop up, I keep a jar like this in my fridge and put all those little pieces in here. And then, usually in about a week, I take all these and make a vegetable stock. So, or you can use it in chicken stock, whatever. But don't waste it. You can do that. So what we need to do first is we've got to get our mushrooms ready to toss in a little olive oil. We're going to put them on sheet pans and put them in the oven for about 10 minutes facing down. That's going to pull out a lot of the water. You don't want that water in your mushrooms when you fill them, because then it's going to all be like mushy and runny. So we're going to kind of par bake these. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull off the stems. We're saving these because we're going to chop those up. It's going to be part of the filling. Dang, I forgot my spoon. Just when I think I have everything, here we are. Let's see if this little baby spoon might work better. Okay, so the inside of your baby bella mushroom, these black things around through here, they're called gills, and you really don't want them. They don't have the greatest of taste. So when you're doing your baby bellas, you're just scraping the gills out, okay? So you just give it a little, I'm just using a spoon and I'm just scraping out. Try not to get the sides of the mushroom messed up, because you kind of want it to be a little cup, to hold this filling. So I don't want to knock off all those little sides. And look, if some of that little gill part's on there, it's okay. We just want to get most of it off, all right? So again, those little gills, we're just scraping that off. So I'm not going to keep y'all on here the whole time I'm doing this, because it'll take a minute and y'all are going to get bored. But this is all that we're doing. And you see I kind of broke a little side of this, but I'm pinching it back together because the stuffing that we're stuffing these with will seal it kind of back together. So anyway, that's all we're doing right there. Can y'all see that? All right, I'm going to pause you till I get done, and then I'll be back. All right. We got all of our mushroom caps cleaned out, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a bowl here, and actually I'm going to do them in batches. I'm going to just drizzle a little bit of olive oil over here. You don't want a whole lot, just a little bit like this, and then we're going to just kind of toss these around a little bit and get these kind of with a little oil on them. Don't need a whole lot. And then I've got a sheet pan right here covered with foil. And I've got 2 of them actually. And I'm just going to put these face down on this pan. Put it in that oven for about 10 minutes. Alright. We'll get the next ones in and do the same thing. Alright. Have y'all ever made stuffed mushrooms before? Do you like them? I know my son Noah will not like this video, because he doesn't like seafood, crab, he doesn't like mushrooms, and he doesn't like cheese. And that's basically all that's in this one. So Noah, sorry bud, But I know you are not going to enjoy this video at all. I love you though, honey. I can't help if you don't like good food. I don't know how I raised you up not to like this good food, but here we are. Oh, Lord. All of my kids actually eat pretty good. I mean, they try new things. They don't have a lot of things they don't like, but my little Noah boy, I'm going to just chop that one up. All right, I'm going to wash my fingers off, olive oil. All right, I'm going to stick these in this oven. I already got it turned on, and then we go into step 2. While they're cooking, give me this other little pan right here. Alright. I don't have my racks adjusted just right, but I think they'll be fine. Let's set our timer, because time can get away from you when you're cooking and talking and videoing and that kind of thing. I'm going to just wipe my little knife off here. I don't want to contaminate my onion too much. Alright, so we're going to put that half over here. And remember the little diagrams on here. You just slice right down. I want fine dice. I don't want big old chunks in these little bitty mushroom caps. I want them to be fine, so I'm giving them more chops. And then we're just coming right down the side here. Almost shaved. It's so thin, it's going to be almost shaved. And I'm going to use about a half of this little piece right here. Alright. That's about all I want. Now, see all these nice little fine chopped pieces right here? Now, if you want it more fine, look, just go back over it like this. Alright, that's it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to put it in this same bowl. No need to mess up another one. We're going to put this over here and then we're going to just dice up these little stems. No need to waste these. Now, if you were making something and you didn't want to use these stems in your recipe, put them in your jar right here, because those are good in stock. You can put almost any vegetable in stock. You don't want your things, I forget what they're called, but the kind of vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, you don't want any of those things in your soup because it makes it bitter. But, I mean, leeks and garlic and carrots and celery, any type of herbs you have, the stems of a lot of that have more flavor than the parts we use. So making a stock out of them is great. And remember, when these mushrooms cook down, they're going to get small. So even if I don't have these as fine as the onions, they're going to cook to almost nothing. But anyway, have y'all ever made fresh vegetable stock? You ever made stuffed mushroom caps? I could have got my food chopper out for this, but I'm standing here. This doesn't take long. So I'm not going to worry about getting my little food chopper out and banging and banging and banging. Just do this. Now, I'll tell you, the canned crab, it's fine. It's almost like if you took and ate all your crab meat out of your crab legs and then you boiled them and got all the little bits and pieces out. That's what canned crab is like. But in something like this, it should be just fine. It doesn't. And now, if you were doing this for a function and it was some swanky, elite party or your office party or something, you might want to buy you some lump crab meat. But I'm going to tell you what, the stuff's expensive. All right? Let me show y'all what this looks like. It's like almost, I don't know if you'd say mealy, but it's not lumps, I can tell you that. All right? It is not lump crab meat. But mixed in here with all this cheese and stuff, it'll be just fine. Now, I have got a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in my pan, which I'm getting ready to turn on. Okay? I have got my crab meat over there. While my pan is heating up, I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do with this Brie cheese. So Brie has, I don't know, I think it might be a certain name, this thing on the outside. Let me get it close and show y'all the difference. So a round of Brie, this side I've peeled, then I decided I should show y'all. See how the difference in the yellow and white? It's almost like a rind on it. So, I mean, you can eat it. A lot of people don't take that off. So it's totally up to you whether you leave it on or not. I'm going to just peel it off with this little vegetable peeler because I'm not one that really likes it. It's just kind of crusty. Once it melts, though, when your Brie melts, you can hardly, tell. So I'm not worrying about getting every single piece of this off. I'm just getting the bulk of it off. And we're going to use this whole thing of Brie right here. And we're going to just chop it up. Alright. That's probably good like that. Now, let me get my scrap bowl. I told y'all have a little bowl for your scraps. So you're not running to the garbage can, or if you're lucky enough to have a garbage disposal. Mushroom stem. Like me, do not have one. I've never had one. I would love to have one, but that's something I've never, and it's so weird. None of the houses I've ever lived in have had a garbage disposal. So I just keep a little scrap bowl over there, and then this little dough scraper is great to clean your board or get things up, whatever. So we're gonna just chop this Brie up a little bit, just to help it melt a little faster once it gets into the pan. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of sweat our mushrooms and onions over there. And once they start to get a little bit tender, then I'm going to throw in my couple cloves of garlic. And as soon as they kind of turn fragrant, then we're going to mix in our cheeses and get them all melted, and throw in our couple tablespoons of parsley and fold in our crab meat, and it's going to be ready to fill our mushrooms. And then once we fill the mushrooms, we're going to top it with a little melted butter and panko breadcrumbs, and then we're going to put it back in the oven and cook it. So I am going to pause you guys for a minute because my pan's still not heated up. I'm going to kind of clean up a little bit right here, and then I'll be back and we'll get this thing cooking. Okay, so my mushrooms and onions and garlic have sauteed. It's ready. So now I've turned off the heat, and I'm going to just add in these cheeses and stir it until it melts. I really want to take it off the burner, but I don't have a whole lot of space to put it. But I'm going to set it right here. This is a silicone mat that covers my whole stove. So it's fine to even set it on that. I'm going to just stir this up in this hot pan and get it kind of melted. Melt it all up. Alright, I'm going to just set it back here to get a little more heat to it, so that can melt all together. So once I get this stirred up and melted, I'm going to add in my lemon zest and my parsley, and then I'm going to fold in that little bit of crab meat. Then we're going to come back over and we're going to stuff these caps. Although the cap's kind of closed up, I've never seen them do it before. It's almost like I'm going to set it on top of the caps and hope that it does not spread and go everywhere. But I don't know how it's going to work. I've never seen the caps do that before. And I've made stuffed mushrooms plenty of times. But anyway, we'll see how it rolls out. If it doesn't work, it don't work. I'll make a stuffed mushroom casserole or a stuffed mushroom dip. I'll get some little pita chips or something out of the thing, and we'll call it a dip. A deconstructed stuffed mushroom caps. And we'll dip it with something. Look, you can always make things work. Nobody will know the difference. Don't y'all think you like deconstructed? See, here they are. A couple of them stayed whole. But see, they're just kind of flat. But anyway, we're going to roll with it. See what works the best. All right, we got our lemon zest here and our parsley. Get that in there. The towel fell on the floor. It always does. I don't even know why I hang it up there. Ooh, this smells good, y'all. It smells good. Quick beeping timer. I know I didn't turn y'all. All right, now here comes the crab meat. All right. Let's kind of get that in there. We're going to just stir it, because folding it's if you're using a lump crab, okay? Which we're not. So, it's already mushy, so we're going to just mush it up some more. I know one thing, it's got to taste good, because this smells delicious. This lemon zest, cheese, and that garlic. Now that crab in there, yum. Alright, it's about mixed up. See? So that's our mixture. Alright, I'm going to pause you, flip everything back around. All right, here we go. We're going to try to stuff these, although it's not much to stuff. And hopefully it doesn't run all over the pan. But we won't know until we get it going, now will we? Hoping there's enough lip that it'll catch this mixture from running out all over the pan. But we'll find out, won't we? But I'm telling y'all what, the smell is divine. And I feel like if I have to turn it into a dip, oh well. Nobody will ever know this wasn't stuffed mushroom cap dip, will they? Till they watch the video. And probably most everybody going tonight will be watching the video. But anyway. It's the weirdest thing. Like I said, I've never seen mushrooms flatten out like this before. But here comes Charles tiptoeing across the room. You have to go to the meeting, honey, to get these.
Huh?
Y'all hear Charles? He's always lurking. Y'all don't know it, but he's always lurking around the kitchen.
Smells good in here.
I know, but the mushroom caps, like, I've never seen them get flat like this before, so I told him, I said, if that runs everywhere and they look terrible, I'm going to turn it into a dip, deconstructed mushroom dip.
Smash caps.
Mm-hmm.
Like a smash burger.
But I feel like this cheese is just going to run everywhere. I'm probably overfilling them too. That's not going to help. All right, we're gonna stop right there. See how this rolls out. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to put the salt, the pepper, and the quarter cup of Parmesan, so I added that over there before I brought it over. And now we've just got these little panko breadcrumbs that we're going to put right here on the top to give that little crunch. You can put panko breadcrumbs and about a cup of breadcrumbs and a quarter cup of butter on just about anything to make it crunchy. It just adds a little something. A little something, something. Y'all know how we roll, right? Yep, they're getting all over the place. But you can't hardly control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tell you what, they couldn't smell any better. I don't think they could smell any better. And y'all know Bear's laying right here beside me. He is right here in the floor. He loves to be in the kitchen with Mama. Now if I can just teach him to stay over there. He's getting better. He's getting better. At least my husband's not making faces at me out the window right there. At least he's standing over here. Oh, Bear's going to see him. Bear probably need to go outside, but...
Let's go to the mailbox. Ready to go get the mail?
Yep, they're going to get the mail. I knew it was about time for him to go out. Was it 4 yet? Oh, it's 5. Is it 5? Or is that my timer? Holy, if it's 5, I better get busy with it. I ain't got long for church. Alright. These are going in a 375 oven, if I can find my towel. These going in a 375 oven for about 10 minutes. Okay? Y'all say a little prayer for me that these things don't run all over this pan. Because I sure don't have time to make something else. I'm not dying. So, I guess I could always... Nope, can't run by Little Caesars because they closed our Little Caesars by here. So, I'll just take the cupcakes and say, oh, well, here you go. I'll be back with you when they come out the oven. And we're going to hope for the best. Okay, the mushroom caps have come out. They didn't spread too bad. We'll let them set up for 3 or 4 minutes and they'll be fine. Then I can use a spatula and get it out. I'll put it in this little pan right here, cover it with some foil, put it in my nice bag to keep them hot, and we'll have us some stuffed mushroom appetizers at church tonight. All right, y'all have a good one. Goodbye.